Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We'll start off by giving all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash.
Yahweh is the Heavenly Father name. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son's name. So the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son's names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We'll give a double honor to the Apostle of the Great Millstone, whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth.
All right. We want to start off at Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. All right. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. All right. So this preacher that sought for acceptable words was Yahweh Shai. All right. Right here, this basically when King Solomon was writing these words or whatever. But at the end of the day, we also know that King Solomon is Yahweh Shai. Okay. And he was looking for words that was basically the true words, the real wisdom, the wisdom of our Lord, right? Which is true. Verse 11. The words of the wise are as golds, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. All right, so this word golds is basically a sharp instrument used to guide cattle, basically, all right, to guide your animal or whatever herd that you have out there, to guide them where they need to be. Okay, so basically in reference is basically saying these words is sharp enough to guide us to where we need to be guided to. Okay, and just as much as a master builder, when it say right here, master of assemblies, a person that used nails to build things. Okay, which are given from one shepherd, which is who? Yahweh Shai, which is given from him. He wrote these things down for us to understand this wisdom. Basically, this wisdom understanding for us to know.
He's the master carpenter.
Yeah, the master carpenter, the master builder. He the one. He been through it all. He been through it all to let us know what we need to be doing and how this world is. All right, and he letting you know that like the only way out of this shit is having wisdom and understanding. It's the only way out. All right, so I'm about to go to Sirach 8 and 8. I mean, not Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 8. All right. If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come. She knoweth the subtleties of speeches, and can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs and wonders, and the events of season and time. All right, we all should know that this wisdom, this she is wisdom, basically. All right, for all the newcomers that don't know, when the Lord, and this passage right here is talking about wisdom. So basically, the Lord is saying, like, when he sat down and got this wisdom, it sharpened him up. He was sharp. He already knew where to be guided, where to go, and basically, this wisdom knew what to do, what not to do, what time to move, when not to move. So it's like, that's why the Lord basically letting us be known that, letting this be known that wisdom is the way out of here. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Basically, what precept was that? Isaiah 33, 5 and 6. Because that's the times we in. You can't expect no weapon out here to save you. Because the thing is, if you ain't had no wisdom, you wouldn't even know what a weapon is. So that's a key thing too. You need wisdom to know what is and what ain't. So I'll keep saying the same stuff over and over. All right. Verse 9. Therefore I purpose to take her to me to live with me, knowing that she will be a counselor of good things and a comfort in cares and grief. The Lord already knew, like he already seen in this world when he was Solomon, like this world's full of shit. His wisdom let him know. So he had the decision right in there. You want to stick with me or not? He chose to stick with the wisdom. And as he was going through all these trials and tribulations with the Lord, with his father was telling him what he needed to be doing, how he needed to carry things, he realized like it's a lot of knowledge, but at the same time it's grief that comes with it. But with this grief, the wisdom took care of him. Through all the trouble, through all the things that he was going through at the time. All right, verse 10. For her sake I shall have estimation among the multitude and honors with the elders, though I be young. So right there with this wisdom, no matter how old you are, you will have much knowledge. You will guide a whole nation of people, just like Yahweh Shai is about to be doing, as he is doing. Also, just how King David was. King David was young as hell guiding the whole nation. Why? Because he had wisdom with him. So with this wisdom is everything. Slocking, not
King
I
David
keep
and
not
King
King David.
Solomon,
Well,
because
both
with
of
the
them.
wisdom, that's how he took subdued the nation, because he obeyed the laws. But,
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it like that, but you should remember to get what I'm saying. Though with wisdom, that's what you need wisdom to be able to guide a nation of people, or just even to guide. Period. You need to lead. You need to have wisdom. It's that simple.
indeed.
Keep in mind, no matter how old you are, you've got this righteous wisdom. Just keep pushing. Oh, you got it. You go ahead.
Yeah, I got in ordinary to get this wisdom, what do you got to do? Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 6:34. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. And we all know that the apostle and elder great millstone are the elders of the nation of Israel, whether you can perceive that or not. So that is where the wise counsel is coming from through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to sharpen and guide us in the right direction that we need to be. Verse 35, Sirach 6:35. Be willing to hear every godly discourse. You gotta be willing to hear everything that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has to say that hurts your feelings, because before you come into the truth, everything you find out, it hurts your feelings. Like, oh damn, I was doing this and that and the third. Hey, that's how it is though. So you gotta be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. You don't let this understanding escape. Only way you do that is staying consistent with the wise. You got to stand in the multitude of the elders consistently. Matter of fact, continuing on, verse 36, Sirach 6:36. And if thou seem a man of understanding, get thee be time unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. You want to hear wisdom, you want to be sharpened, you want to be leaded the right way, hey, you're going to be right there consistently at the doors of this wise man. And who are the wise men? The wise men are the apostle, elder, great millstone, and like-minded brother. That's the wise men of Israel, if you can perceive that or not. Verse 37, let thy mind be on the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. See, the only way you're gonna be wise, you gotta continually be in this. You gotta meditate continually, day in, day out. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. See, you'll get wisdom at your own desire if you're following, chasing wisdom. But if you ain't chasing wisdom, wisdom is not going to come to you. It don't work like that. You know? And this wisdom is to guide you from all these dumbass people out here that's telling you the wrong things of life and how to go. Matter of fact, Titus 1:13. This witness is true. What's the witness? These words. Yahushua, he's true. These words are true. We know these words are true. Therefore, rebuke them sharply. That word that goes to a sharp instrument to guide the herd. And these words are a sharp instrument, and if you need these words to guide the herd. If you don't have sharp words, you're not going to be guided, man. You're going to be lost, wandered, you're going to be killed. You're going to wander out the right direction. Titus 1:13. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in faith. See, you need to have faith. Verse 14. Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. These words are sharp. That's why you get rebuked sharply, man. You get rebuked sharply so you don't turn from the truth. Because if you turn from the truth, Proverbs 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. These words are sharp. They're made to either save your life or you're going to not take heed and get yourself killed. So you should be taking heed to these words, as Yahweh Shem Yahushua says. Proverbs 22:17. Bow down thy ear, Salah. Proverbs 22:17. Bow down thy ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. How are you going to get the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Salah. Man, this damn noise.
Right.
You saw this fucking noise.
This shit never happened.
Hey, but that's how it is. Esau made this shit. Let's read that again. Proverbs 22:17. Bow down thy ear and hear the words of the wise. You gotta hear the words of the wise. Starting with the Apostle Elder Great Millstone. And apply thine heart unto my knowledge. What's his knowledge? These laws, statutes, and commandments. The words that can save your life. Verse 18. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. See, it's a pleasant thing to keep them within you. They shall withdraw, be fitted in thy lips. If you apply these to your mind, because that's what the word heart goes to, love. If you apply this to your mind, apply his knowledge to your mind, it's going to be pleasing. And your lips are going to be fitted rightly because you're going to know what to say and how to say it. Verse 18. That thy trust, Salakia, that thy might trust, Salakia again, shit. that thy trust may be in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. See, these words have been known to you. That's if you trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. These words are sharp, man. And they're either going to... Yeah.
I mean, basically just how you saying the words is sharp and it's real and it's true. And then basically how, like, the whole point why we need to get these words, because this is what's going to help us. This is what's going to get us through. This is going to get us. It's going to be these words are sharp enough to get us straight to the point of where we need to be with the Lord at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah, Hebrews 4:12.
Hebrews 4:12.
1 Timothy 4:16. Take heed unto thyself and continue in Salakia. Take heed to thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. And that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua wants. He wants the wise to continue in the doctrine so they can save themselves and those that hear them. And that's only the sincere. And everybody is not sincere. So, you know, it's not going to resonate with everybody to understand things. But these words are sharp. And you need... And they're either going to lead you to life or death.
Like, this is what he's saying. Like, the guy, basically what he was saying, Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrows, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the hearts. So right here with this word, like, if you're not paying attention and really sincere and humble with this word, you liable to cut yourself, because you out here just not, in a way, basically, you're not seeking with sincerity for your salvation. You're not sincerely trying to get this wisdom, understand. You're just doing it just to be doing it. Just because, like, oh, I know it's the truth. okay, yeah, you know it's the truth, but do you sincerely believe? Do you sincerely have the faith? Like, so don't be handling with this double-edged sword, because you swinging, you gonna wind up missing or doing whatever and cut your damn self and realize, oh, you wasn't sincere the whole time.
But you need a double-edged sword. That's how you find out what you're doing wrong anyway. When it cut you, it's like,
Mhm.
if it don't cut you, you ain't doing something wrong. But if it cut you, you doing something. Hey, you gotta check yourself, because that's what it's for. Like, oh, cut the spirit. I was gonna do this, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna do that
You got
now.
a point
Hey,
there. Also keep in mind, you don't want to cut yourself too bad and be leaking.
Yeah.
And you be fully and all the waters that was inside you is fully done leaked out. So
Exactly.
you be cautious, man. Be very cautious with this truth.
You just gotta take heed to these words, man. These words are sharp.
I got one more. I got one more precept. First Esdras 4 and 38. As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. So right there, letting it be known. With these words, is how sharp it is, it's always strong. Because it's true. It is what it is. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. So with these words, as the sharper these words is, you always conquer, you always prevail, no matter what. At the same time, you gotta keep in mind that the Lord is all on what He ordained for you at the same time. So that's why He tell you, do what you can to your best ability. But that's gonna show how sincere you truly is and have faith in Him at the end of the day. Because the truth gonna do what it need to do regardless. You need to play your part and make sure that you staying grounded, you keeping your sword sharpened so you can get to the point to where you need to be. You know? I ain't got too much to say right now.
Sure, I got one there. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
It's just that simple. You gotta keep in mind everything is spiritual. So don't think that how we saying keep your sword sharpened and all that stuff, like literally saying like go out here and get a bunch of spears and gouge and stuff, get them sharp so you can have them sharp to the point, very sharp point. Like nah, get your spirit sharpened with these words. Sharpen your spirit as sharp as a spear or a gold, just so you could be on point basically. Get your spirit on point with these words.
So you can withstand the devil.
Yeah.
The wiles of the devil. You know?
It's not physical, it's spiritual.
Yeah, so hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect.
It comes. You know? Hopefully it's edifying.
We give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash.
Double honors to the apostle of the great millstone, whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. So the next time, Shalom, and remember, these words are sharp, man. These are either going to save you or they're going to get you destroyed. So next time, Shalom.